Hi everybody, welcome. I'm here with our junior gardeners. I'm going to introduce them about this wonderful topic today of taking care of pine trees or creating a pine rockland restoration project for your backyard garden or a pine inspired garden. And I have here Silly, Willie, Millie, and Billy, right?
That's not our names?
Yeah, it's, oh wait, Bingo, Bango, Bongo, Bronco.
No!
Well, just everyone introduce, please everyone to the camera, please introduce, because I'm getting up there in years. What's your name? This is my great niece.
Zoe.
Zoe, that's right. And then my other great niece.
Callie.
And my other great niece.
Riley.
That's Riley. And their cousin.
Luca.
Luca. And today we're going to be again talking about what?
Pine trees.
Pine trees and how you can incorporate them in your garden. So, you guys ready to dig in?
Yeah!
Let's grow!
Let's grow!
High five that. I think we got on the first take. All right, now let's go into shade and see how it came out. I can't believe we got this on the first take. That'd be amazing. To better help you in your pine garden design, I'm going to be covering zones 7 through 11. You can see that here in the hardiness map where I have that demarcation line from zone 7 all the way down to 11. And if you look at Florida in particular, we have a lot of zones there from 8A all the way down to 11B in the Keys. In addition to the hardiness zones, it's also important that you know your ecoregion. For example, the high plains are going to have a different soil profile than the Texas Blackland Prairie, and the southern coastal plains are going to have a different soil profile than the Mississippi alluvial plains. So it's good to know what type of soil you have for your pine, and you could always check with your local ag extension office to get that exact soil mix so you can better understand which pines and companion plants will do well in your specific region. And for some of you who are not sure why you would want to use native pines in your garden, let me go over 3 great reasons. 1, they are low maintenance. Native pines are adapted to your local climate, hardiness zones, and ecoregions, which means that they're going to require minimal maintenance. There's also timeless beauty with pines, and you'll see that in some of these design ideas I'm showing you today. They just provide this wonderful texture of shade, structure, and just beautiful effect. They just create this wonderful effect for your garden. You can have them both a formal look or an informal look with pines. And there's also ecological integrity. By mimicking native ecosystems with pines, you're strengthening the environmental health of your region. We will be presenting you with 7 different types of pines for you to consider. The first one I'd like to touch base with you on is the South Florida slash pine, also known as the Dade County pine. You can see this wonderful stand here at the Pine Shore Pineland Preserve, and the predominant understory under these pines here is the classic saw palmetto. The Dade County pine likes to grow in zones 9 to 11, but the slash pine, the cousin to the Dade County pine, likes to grow in zones 7 to 11. This is a pine that's adapted to grow very well throughout the United States. Great tough native pine. And here we have the Loblolly Pine, grows well in zones 6B to 9B. She wants full sun and can get to about 65 by 30 foot wide, and is a fast grower, and it grows in many ecoregions of the US. Here's the shortleaf pine, does well in zones 6 to 9, and her branches can get twisty and can form this bonsai look if trained to do so. Here you can see a stand of longleaf pines. They do well in zones 7 to 10A, and they want sun to part sun, and they can grow up to about 70 feet tall by 40 foot wide. And this beauty here is the eastern white pine, does great in zones 4 to 9, can be a wonderful focal point, gets to about 65 feet by 35 foot wide, really nice pine. And the 7th pine here is the ponderosa, beautiful pine, grows more upright, gets quite tall, 90 foot by about 30 foot wide, doesn't get as big of a spread, but such a cool looking pine. Now I'd like to bring back our junior gardeners to go over layout and spacing. You always want to make sure you put the right plant in the right location, and spacing is important. Now we're going to talk about size. Pines can get quite big. As you can see, right guys, how many kid wide is this pine tree, would you say? at least four kids wide, so they can get easily 30 to 36 inches wide. Many pines will grow differently. Sometimes when they grow together, they don't get as wide, but you can see with these little nuggets, they get quite big. Another cool thing is, you guys like that, right? The scales. It's really interesting. We'll bring you up close in a second, but the scales of pine trees are really, really cool. They have this very interesting textural look. And as you can see, the kids are having a fun time peeling them. And it's a natural way that these trees have adapted over the eons. And it's really pretty. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful bark. Very much like bridal veil will have a bark like this sometimes, but not as mottled. You'll get this on some other trees as well. The rainbow gum has a different look to it, but this has this segmented scales that go up and down, or actually the outer bark of the tree. Thank you, Zoe. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? And now let's dive into some pine-inspired garden ideas. Here we have a Dade County pine garden with saw palmetto as an understory. You have native yellow lantana and kunti here. Such a cool space, don't you think? And we also have these cute birdhouses and bee hotels. And completing the look of this garden space is a cut coral stone walkway. This beautiful eastern white pine forms a wonderful centerpiece. And in the back, you can see we incorporated some beautiful native sweet azaleas. We have these wonderful deck chairs for you and I to sit underneath and chat through the day. And over here, we have the ponderosa pine with a beautiful garden gazebo and a nice gravel path. Here's a bird's eye view of the loblolly pine with some Carolina jessamine and yellow flame azalea. So pretty. Here we have a slash pine forest with a hexagon shelter, some pink muhly grass, a bunch of native yellow lantana, and interspersed in this garden space are some wild coffee and native firebush. Here we have a garden setting with this beautiful short-leaf pine. We have this wonderful old Chicago brick leading up to the wood deck and these reclaimed wood table and chairs, perfect for brunch, I might say. And you also have Alabama azaleas, as well as the native yellow trout lily, plus American beautyberry, which is so pretty. And over here we have an adorable sleeping puppy. This garden space is adorned with slash pines, as well as the Florida flame azalea, some locust berry, as well as Fakahatchee grass, such a cool native. And over to the right, we have this cute little patio space, and beyond that, some more flame azalea. And in the back there, we have some pretty native wax myrtles. Which is a great pollinator attractor, and a pair of rocking chairs. This poolside garden space here has longleaf pines, some beautiful pink muhly grass, as well as some native sable palms, stoppers, and locust berry for privacy. This garden walkway here is supported by native yellow lantana, corky stem passion vine, some elliott grass, so pretty, nice and lacy, as well as silver palms. And then we have the recycled concrete path here and some azure blue salvia in the background here. Stitching it all together is the Florida slash pine. This garden space is a combination of longleaf pines, shortleaf pines, and we have the beautiful blue passion flower, huge butterfly attractor, some wiregrass, coral stone walkway, and what garden space isn't complete without a zen patio and bird nest chair? This garden space has eastern white pines, some native buttonbush in the low areas, buckskin gold crushed granite drive, and a nighttime observatory. What garden is complete without it? This raised patio deck is surrounded by beautiful eastern white pines. The hot tub here is faced in a beautiful black granite, and we have beautiful native red salvia to bring in the hummingbirds. Here we have some spartina, a wonderful stand of slash pines, a recycled concrete sidewalk here a bed of pineland croton, adorable, and behind that 2 cute Dahoon hollies. This garden deck is surrounded by shortleaf pines. There's a cute little bird bath hanging from one of the branches. We have window box planting with the coreopsis, and there's a notch cut out here for the pine tree. And in front, we have the beautiful yellow flowering St. John's wort. And over here in this garden space, we have the silverleaf rabbit bush. We have the bee balm, as well as the beautiful ponderosa pines surrounding the curved deck, a fire-resistant decking material, and below the pines, the yellow bellwort. I hope you found this helpful. Just so you know, I've done lots of videos on native plants, and you can always check to our channel for that. You can see here that we have a conceptual landscape plan that is pine dominated, and you can kind of look this to give you some inspiration for your garden spaces. Another thing I want to note is just some housekeeping things is that I did my best to try to name and get all the spelling correct for all these plants and all their genus and species, so please bear with me if there's a misspelling. Just look the other way. I did my best. And for your own garden space, remember to check with your local ag office or local nursery, because there may be some other varieties or other native species that may do a little bit better than the ones I suggested here. Super important to remember that. We hope you enjoyed this video. And Zoe, if they have a question, what are they supposed to do?
Leave a comment down below.
Right. And if they enjoyed the video, what would you guys say they should do to help out the channel? Subscribe, please. We thank you for all of the folks who have left comments and have subscribed to our channel. We try to get as many of these videos out as possible. I'm so glad that I had these helpful little junior gardeners today. Thank you guys so much. And until the next video, bye. What was that? No, tag of the pine cones. Please remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And tell your friends and family. We post videos weekly. Thanks.